Fertilization. As you all know, fertilization is the process in which male and female gamete fuses to form zygote. Fertilization to occur naturally, what are the main steps or the processes which takes place to complete it? So first of all, it is the basic first requirement is the copulation, also known as coitus or intercourse. It is the intimate sexual contact of the male and female human during which the penis enters the vagina. Okay, this is called copulation or coitus. Then is insemination. After copulation has occurred, the penis ejects semen in the vagina. So what is insemination? Insemination is the process of release of semen by the penis into the vagina. What is semen? Semen is the collection of spermatozoas plus the chemicals released by the glands, okay, collectively called as semen. Then what happens after insemination? The sperms are placed in vagina. Sperms start moving. So third is the movement of the sperms. The motile sperms swim rapidly, pass through the cervix, then enters in the uterus, and finally reaches the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. It has to meet the ovum, and that's occur in the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. So sperm has to swim and pass through all the obstacles or the chemicals which are obstructed their path, but they have to reach. So out of millions, thousands of sperms which are released in the vagina, only 1 or 2 reaches to the ovum for fertilization. Next, to fertilization to happen, ovum also has to present there. So next is the side by side, as the sperm is moving at the same time, the ovum is also have to be released from the ovary by the process of ovulation, and then ovary moves in the fallopian tube and reached to the ampulla. ovary से ovum release हुआ, but the ovum is non-motile, वो move नहीं कर सकता. Then how it is moving in the fallopian tube? By the ciliary movements. Fallopian tubes on the internal sides have ciliary epidermis. So the cilia moves the ovum. Okay. And by that movement it reaches the ampullary region. So ampullary region is the point or the site of meeting of the sperm and the ovum. Now sperm comes in contact, okay, with the ovum, and the outermost layer is the zona pellucida. So as soon as the sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida layer, it induces changes in the membrane which leads to the blockage of more sperms. Now the entry of the sperms, one of the sperm has already entered, has passed through zona pellucida, but now no more sperm can enter it. Okay. Now next is the acrosomal reaction. In acrosomal reaction, now when sperm has passed entered the zona pellucida, The acrosomal cap releases the enzymes, the hydrolytic enzymes. This helps to enter in the cytoplasm. These hydrolytic enzymes, what did they do? They dilute or diffuses the layers, the zonopellucida and the plasma membrane of the ovum, so that the nucleus of the sperm can enter in the cytoplasm of the ovum. Now you remember in oogenesis, we have read that the secondary oocyte has started undergoing the meiosis second, but it is paused at the metaphase 2 stage. It's not completed. But now, when the sperm has entered the cytoplasm, the meiosis 2 will be completed. So entry of sperm induces completion of the second meiotic division of the secondary oocyte. Okay, it is an unequal division resulting in the formation of a polar body, which is very small, a tiny in size as compared to the main ovum or the ootid. Okay, polar body degenerates, the haploid ovum, the ootid which is formed, is the main female gamete which will now fuse with the male nucleus. So the haploid nucleus of ovum and of the sperm fuses together to form the diploid zygote. And now this final step is called as the fertilization. Okay, so these are all the steps which were for fertilization. Now what's next? What happens after fertilization? As soon as fertilization occurs, formation of zygote occurs. Okay, and at where it's happening? In the ampullary region of the oviduct. Zygote start undergoing mitosis. So zygote was a single cell structure. Now it is converted into 2 cell, then 4 cell stage, then 8 cell, then 16 cell stage, and as it's dividing, it is also moving along the fallopian tube from ampullary to isthmus region and from isthmus to uterus. The 8 cell and 16 cell stages are known as morula. Then it's 32 cell stage. At this stage, 32 cell stage, it is the ball of cells now take a proper shape, and that condition is called blastocyst. At this stage, blastocyst has reached the uterus. Now it will get implanted in the uterus. It will attach itself to the wall of the uterus. That process is called implantation. So from fertilization at the ampullary region, finally implantation in the uterus, from zygote 1 cell to 32 cell stage in uterus. Now what is implantation? Implantation is the process in which the trophoblast layer. Okay, first let's see the structure of blastocyst. Okay, this is the structure of a blastocyst. The cells have arranged themselves at the periphery, an outer layer that is called trophoblast. Some cells are retained inside, collected, that is called the inner cell mass, and the gap, the space, there is a cavity that is called blastocele. Okay, the outer layer is trophoblast, then inner cell mass, and the space is called the blastocele. So this is a blastocyst, and when it reaches the uterus, the outer layer that is called the trophoblast, it tries to attach with the uterus, the endodermis of the uterus, endometrium. So the trophoblast layer gets attached to the endometrium. The endometrium cells divide rapidly and covers the blastocyst. Endometrium cells divide and covers the blastocyst. As a result, the blastocyst gets embedded